graduated from Rowan University in the spring of 2022 with a sports communication and media degree. I got to actually call minor league baseball and G League basketball games while I was in school. And then I graduated, and as soon as I graduated, I went to NFL Films in Mount Laurel, New Jersey. And as much as I loved that experience, I miss putting on the headsets. I decided, you know what, talk is cheap. I have a laptop that's in my house, and so 21 months later, here we are, still on YouTube, calling games and building an incredible, loving community on here with the people that I call my Philly freaks with a capital P and a capital H. We go live for every single Phillies, Sixers, and Eagles game, and we do it like old school radio play-by-play style. I'm Jason Joseph, and this is Play-by-Play with JJ.
Showed swung on, barreled out to right field. Bye-bye baseball.
That baby is long gone.
What is going on, everybody? Hopefully you're all doing well and having yourselves a very fantastic day. My name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. We go on for a lot of the Phillies games. We also do Sixers, Eagles talk as well. We have Sunday Night Baseball on this channel, and you can also find MLB Diamond Zone on here as well. Alrighty, so we got another Phillies game tonight. The Phillies put up a lot of runs last night. They scored a lot of runs, and offensively looked like that they were very strong out there. The long ball was working. They put together very good at-bats against Logan Gilbert. They took him out of the ball game. They're going to have to find the same philosophy tonight. They're going to have to go out there and execute and do that. And go up against Bryce Miller and do the same thing that they did to Gilbert. I think I brought it up a couple times last night. Logan Gilbert has had a very good year, and he's been one of the best pitchers in the American League. He just has. And the last time that he gave up 5 earned runs, you got to go back to last year. And the Phillies, I thought, were able to capitalize, and they really put together some great at-bats against him, and they took him out of the game. The bullpen was shaky. Of course, Jordan Romano and Nolan Hoffman were not good at all. But I was going to say Jeff Hoffman, but Jose Alvarado is back tonight, which is good news for the Phillies. The Phillies could absolutely use more depth in their bullpen, and I'm curious to see how that goes. But in regards to tonight's game, hopefully they can try to put up more runs and do that against a guy in Bryce Miller and just go out there and get the win. It's 74 degrees outside out at CBP, and we are ready to get started with some baseball. Alrighty, let's get into the starting lineups for tonight's ball game. We'll do the Seattle Mariners first. So for the M's, they have Randy Arozarena batting in the leadoff spot. And then it'll be Cal Raleigh DHing, Julio Rodriguez playing out in center field batting third. And then you got Eugenio Suarez over at third base batting fourth. Josh Naylor at first base batting fifth. Mitch Garver catching batting sixth. The second baseman Jorge Polanco is hitting seventh. Batting eighth is J.P. Crawford over at shortstop. And Dylan Moore is batting in the ninth spot. He is out in right field. No Dominic Canzone tonight. Cal Raleigh is DHing, and Mitch Garver is catching for him. For the Philadelphia Phillies, they will have Trey Turner at shortstop, Kyle Schwarber at DH, Bryce Harper at first base, JT Realmuto catching, Alec Bohm over at third, Brandon Marsh out in left field, Nick Castellanos in right field, Harrison Bader playing out in center, and Bryson Stott over at second base. So just to recap for the Mariners, it's Arozarena, Raleigh, Rodriguez, Suarez, Naylor, Garver, Polanco, Crawford, and Moore. And for the Phillies, you got Turner, Schwarber, Harper, Realmuto, Bohm, Marsh, Castellanos, Bader, and Stott in the lineup tonight for Philadelphia. The pitching matchups in regards to tonight's game, Bryce Miller is going to be facing Christopher Sanchez. Christopher Sanchez, last time that he pitched, he gave up 3 earned runs, 4 total runs, and he also allowed 7 hits. He did not look so strong out there on the mound. The Phillies ended up getting shut out in that game. He only allowed 1 earned run throughout the first 5 innings, and then when the 6th inning came, I mean, he just unfolded. He ended up not doing so well at all and gave up a big 2-run single to Marte, also an RBI double to Austin Hayes, and he just unfolded in that inning, and it just did not look good for him. So he's trying to get back on track. Hopefully the changeup will look good tonight, and he will be able to execute out at home. But but Sanchez just did not have a good outing in his last appearance against the Cincinnati Reds. On the other side of the diamond, we're going to talk about Bryce Miller, who is 2-5 this year and has a 5.73 ERA. This is a guy who did not do well in his last outing, and he's given up a total of 14. The last time that he pitched was on June 6th. I apologize about that. Bryce Miller is making his way back. He just has not had a good year, but he is going to be coming back for the Seattle Mariners, and I'm curious to see how he does do out there on the mound tonight. So he was on the IL for them, and I don't know if he's going to be on a pitch count limit or not, but we shall see what ends up happening. There's Christopher Sanchez ready to take the mound for the Philadelphia Phillies. I want to hear what your final score predictions are down below. I would also love to hear who your standout players are going to be for tonight's game. Sanchez, we know, has a sinker, a changeup, and a slider. His sinker and his changeup, he uses that pretty much 90% of the time, really. Batters are hitting 298 against the sinker, 152 against the changeup, and 215 against that slider. When he's able to mix in the slider, I feel like that is a pitch that also is pretty good that he's able to execute too when that thing is on. But he doesn't throw it a lot. He sprinkles it in, and he'll use it when he can, but he mainly relies on the sinker and the changeup. So we'll see how he does on the mound tonight. And let's read some final score predictions. Let's go. We got 5-0. What's up, David? What's up, Daryl? Daryl says 5-0 Phillies sweep the series. Ooh, love that. I like the matching gear, kid. Thank you so much, sir. David says 5-1 Phillies. Pog is Sanchez and Bader. So we're going to have 2 Pogs. Drop your Pogs down below. I'm going to start calling them Pogs because that's what gamers call them. And I know that we're not gamers, but you know what? It kind of makes us feel a little bit more Gen Z. 20-3 Phillies. Phillies 6-3. Pog is Harper. Love it. Great. Randy Arozarena is going to be batting for the Seattle Mariners. Sanchez on the mound, kicks, deals, and the first pitch is flied out over towards deep left field. It'll stay in the ballpark, and Marsh is on the track, and he'll make the catch. That was close. First pitch, and a deep fly out to left field for out number 1 to Brandon Marsh. The Phillies defense tonight. JT is catching. On the mound is Christopher Sanchez. You got Bryce Harper at first. Alec Bohm at third, and in the middle, it'll be Turner at short and Stott at second base. David says, I'm going to go 6-4 Seattle. Here comes Cal Raleigh, and he grounds it foul towards the tarp. What else do we have? We have Brandon Marsh out in left field, Nick Castellanos in right field, and then out in center field, it's Harrison Bader. What's up, Brian? How are you doing, my friend? We'll adjust the scoreboard. The 0-1, and that's in there for strike 2. All right. Doing a lot of things at once. That's how streaming goes. There we go. Who are your Pogs? A ball, 2 strikes to Cal Raleigh. The 0-2 is fouled off. Raleigh went 0 for 5 in last night's game. 5-2 Sasima Fox. And her pog is Schwarber. Love it. Raleigh leading the majors in home runs with 47. Suarez is 5th on the list with 38. And, of course, Schwarber in 2nd. 0-2, and there's a swing and a miss. And Christopher Sanchez goes with a slider there in the dirt to get his first strikeout of the game. Nice. Good stuff. Sorry about that. We lost 5 subscribers last night. They were probably bots. But let's get back to that 6,900 marker. If you have not hit the thumbs up button or subscribe to the channel, make sure you guys do that. Julio Rodriguez is up at the plate, and he takes ball 1. Trying something a little bit different tonight. I want to see if maybe we can get more subscribers if we're in subscribers mode only. I don't know, but you don't know if you don't try. 1-0 pitch. And there's a called strike. That's at 95 miles per hour. There we go. Nice. What's up, chat? Hardcore says Christopher Sanchez. 1-1 pitch. There's a fastball taken right down the middle for strike 2. What's up, Quan? 1 ball, 2 strikes to Julio Rodriguez. Sanchez kicks, deals, and it's going to bounce in the dirt for ball 2. Crew chief for tonight, Eric Backus is the home plate umpire. Brian Onora is over at first base. Then you got Mike Estabrook over at second. And Laz Diaz at third. 2-2 pitch. Just misses low for ball 3. And so the count is now full at 3-2. Sanchez has 10 pitches so far. The 3-2 on the way. And that pitch is a cold strike 3. And Rodriguez goes down looking. The pitch looked a little bit inside, but Sanchez got the call from Backus. And the inning is over. We're going to the bottom of the first inning. No score out at Citizens Bank Park. Okay. What's up, Jim? What's going on, everybody? We need 2 more subs to get us to 6,900. What's up, Daniel? How are you, my friend? I forgot to put on the bot. I knew that there was something I forgot to do. I'm really proud of myself, guys. I'm very proud of myself. I have my Diamond Zone cast all set up and ready to go. And I got my monitors and everything else set up except for the games that I got to play on my laptop and the one on my phone. But the iPad is all set. The old laptop is all set. It's beautiful. So after the game is done, we can just hop on into Diamond Zone pretty much. I do have to change the bots, but it's cool. And you guys can come check it out. I really want to try to grow that community. MLB Diamond Zone, folks, it's basically MLB Red Zone. So if you don't know what NFL Red Zone is, it's basically a streaming service that's out there that's offered. It was on NFL Network, hosted by Scott Hansen. And they do live highlights of real-time plays that go on during NFL games. We do that now for Major League Baseball. And it's so cool. It's a really, really fun time. Trey Turner will lead it off for the Phillies as we go to the bottom of the first. And then it's Kyle Schwarber. It's Bryce Harper, JT Realmuto, Alec Bohm, Brandon Marsh, Nick Castellanos, Harrison Bader, and Bryson Stott for Philadelphia. So Turner will lead it off for the Phillies. If you want to go check out Diamond Zone, you can go do that by clicking on that link that Scott just posted down below. The pitch to Turner, he pops it up out into foul territory, and Moore tries to make the catch, but he cannot. He just was not able to get there. He had to run on in towards the backstop, towards the right side, and just could not make the catch. Hit towards his right. Miller, with a 2-5 record, a 5.73 earned run average, 23 walks on the season as well, and 39 strikeouts. Here's the 0-1. There's a called strike. No balls, 2 strikes. Bottom of the first. 0-2 on the way. This one is fouled off. Miller with a four-seamer, a sinker, a splitter, a knuckle curve, a slider, a sweeper, and a cutter. The 0-2 is fouled away again. Remember, Bryce was dealing with some elbow issues. He had a setback that necessitated a second IL stint in the Mariners rotation. 0-2, and that is outside for ball 1. One ball, 2 strikes to Trey Turner. The windup, the pitch. Low and outside for ball 2. Turner has had 5 games in a row where he has hit more than 2 hits. Last night he had 4. 2-2 delivery. And that is chopped foul over towards the left side. He has been scorching hot for Philadelphia. His average is up to 295. He has 13 home runs and 57 RBI. The 2-2 delivery, the Turner, another foul ball. It's been an 8-pitch at-bat. Schwarber waits in the on-deck circle, and Bryce Harper is in the hole. Don't forget to like and don't forget to subscribe to the channel as well. 2-2 delivery, swing and a miss, and Turner is down on strikes. He went after a fastball that was a little bit outside, and there is out number 1. So in case you're just tuning on in, a Rosarina flied out to left off of Christopher Sanchez in the first. Raleigh struck out, and so did Rodriguez. Kyle Schwarber comes up for the Phillies, and he looks at a sweeper at the knees for strike 1. Turner struck out. He put up an 8-pitch at-bat. A 9-pitch at-bat. No balls, 1 strike. Miller fires. And it's down for ball 1. On the defensive side of the diamond for Seattle, their lineup will be this. In the infield, they have at first base, Josh Naylor. At second base, Jorge Polanco. Eugenio Suarez is over at third. And J.P. Crawford is at short. 1-1 pitch. It's chopped foul over towards Paco Figueroa, first base coach for the Philadelphia Phillies. In the outfield for Seattle, you got Julio Rodriguez in center, Dylan Moore in right, and Randy Arozarena out in left field. Mitch Garver is catching, and Cal Raleigh is DHing. The 1-2 pitch, and there's a line drive hit out to right field, and that ball is gone! 44 for the King. And that's how the Phillies go up 1-0. I don't even think he recognized that was going to go, but it did. Here comes Bryce Harper, and Harper fouls off the first pitch. There we go. Love that. Drop a king emote for Kyle Schwarber. Here comes Bryce Harper, the 0-1, and that is chopped foul over towards the first base side. No balls, 2 strikes to Bryce Harper. Harper had 2 homers in last night's game, and the 0-2 pitch is low and inside for ball 1. We got 261 people tuning on in. I'm sure that not all 261 of you have hit the thumbs up button. There we go. Love those crowns. 1-2 to Harper, and he chops it over to first base, backhanded by Naylor. And Miller goes over to the bag, catches the underhanded toss from Naylor, and records out number 2. It's 3-1 on the putout. And so JT is coming up. White batting gloves for Realmuto. And Miller is looking over at third base. I don't know what's going on. Was that a pitch clock violation? It's a pitch clock violation called on Bryce Miller. He got distracted with something over at third base. And then Eric Baker said that's a pitch clock violation. Or is it a batter's violation? He's confused. What's going on? That looks like Las Diaz is going to go out there. And Dan Wilson is not happy about the call. 1 ball, no strikes. Dan Wilson is the manager for the Seattle Mariners. He wants to get a word. They're showing Randy Arozarena, so something must have happened out in left field, I assume. It was kind of confusing because Baker showed his right hand O and his left hand 1, but it really was meant the other way. 1 ball, no strikes, and here's the pitch. There's a swing and a miss. JT had 3 hits in last night's game. A double, a solo shot, and a single. Miller kicks, deals, and the 1-1 is chopped foul. How's everybody doing tonight? Where are we all tapping in from? Let us know down below. Where are we tuning in from? And again, if you have not subscribed to the channel, if you guys want to get involved in the chat, hit that subscribe button for me if you can. The 1-2 pitch to JT and a called strike 3 at the knees. And so there is out number 3. We are going to the second inning. JT wants a word with something. Are they thinking about it being catcher's interference? Is that what it is? Phillies are going to challenge this. JT was looking at Eric Backus. And so they're going to challenge this. Must be catcher's interference, right? It's the only way that you can challenge. Let's see. Oh, yeah, it hit the strap. It hit the strap of Mitch Garver. I think, yeah. I got a piece of it. I think I got a piece of the glove. So he should be rewarded first base off of interference. That's been happening so much, it seems like, to the Phillies this year. It really does seem that way. Mitch Garver is catching. It is not Cal Raleigh. The South Pacific, Tahiti. Nice. Back home from vacation in Westmoreland, Pennsylvania. I'm tuning on in from Plain Earth, Wisconsin, Syracuse, Denton, Maryland. All right, so they are going to call interference, and JT will be rewarded first base. Good call. Very good call there. And so the inning will continue. NBC Sports Philadelphia just put up a graphic. Let's read this. The batter is awarded first base if the catcher interferes with him at any point during a pitch. That's how it works. If first base was occupied at the time of the pitch, the runner is permitted to move up one base. When catcher interference occurs, the umpire will allow the play to continue because the outcome of the play may be more desirable than the interference. The offensive manager can elect to accept the outcome of the play over the interference. It's like decline the penalty, in football, or accept it. Here's the pitch to Bohm, and he grounds this one sharply over to third base. The throw, the second in plenty of time to get JT, and the inning is over. So Kyle Schwarber gives the Phillies a 1-0 lead, and we are going to go to the top of the second inning, 1-0 Phillies. All right, I'm going to take a very quick step off. I will be right back. Don't go anywhere. What's up, DE? How are you, my friend? Can I call you DE? Is that okay? Dilated Entertainment, you're the man. All right, be right back. Alrighty. We are going to the top of the second inning. 1-0 Phillies. JT Realmuto will go back out there catching, of course. Eugenio Suarez is going to lead it off for the Seattle Mariners. Christopher Sanchez back out there on the mound. And the first pitch is taken for strike one. It's a sinker. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell icons too. What's up, Dilated Entertainment? 0-1 pitch. This one is lined out to left field for a base hit. Past the dive of Turner. Marsh does get to it, And Suarez is held to a single as the throw is drawn back to second base. That was a sinker that was just above the knees. Turner got there a little bit late, but it was an absolute bullet. Can't really blame him there. Now Josh Naylor comes up. And Naylor swings and misses at a slider. He was thinking fastball all the way. The pitch was right down the middle. Guys, after the game is done, we got Diamond Zone tonight. MLB Diamond Zone, what is it? It's basically our version of NFL Red Zone. The ball is one strike, and the 0-1 is taken at the knees for strike 2. Nice job, Trey. That was a tough play, I thought. I didn't think he was going to get there. Maybe could have timed it a little bit better on the dive. 0-2. That is low and outside for a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. We got everything all set up for Diamond Zone tonight. So once this game is done, we're just going to go there. I want more people to check it out. So we got to redirect it there. The 1-2 on the way. That is low and outside for ball 2. And so that'll make the count now 2-2. Naylor in the box, hitting .286. Started off the season with the Arizona Diamondbacks. Was on the Guardians team last year. They went all the way to the ALCS. Lost to the Yankees. 2-2. That is outside for ball 3. We need 3 more subs to get us back to 6,900. Let's go. Got a quiet chat tonight. What's going on? What is going on, chat? We just eating dinner? Is that what's going on? 3 balls, 2 strikes to Josh Naylor. And he will call for time. Gotta tell you, I bought some more dumbbells today for when I work out at the park on Tuesdays and Thursdays with a group of people. They're not cheap. 3-2 on the way. Swing and a miss. And Sanchez gets his 3rd strikeout of the ball game. That was a good pitch there. Went with a pitch that Naylor chased after in the dirt. Took a chance there. There's out number 1. Yep, making the Philly cheesesteak using ribeyes. Ooh, that sounds really, really good. The pitch. There's a called strike. Y'all couldn't get Kyle to wait 1 at-bat so I could be here for the Schwarber. Guess I know who my friends are. I don't have to apologize, Jim. The ball is 1 strike. The 0-1 delivery, and that swung on and missed. Brooklyn's in the house. Let's go, Deshaun. Love it. George Springer just hit his 20th homer of the season for the Toronto Blue Jays, and they lead it 5-0 against the Pirates. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Mitch Garver. Garver is the catcher for tonight's game for Seattle. Had the catcher's interference called against him. His counterpart was batting. That's the 5th time, I believe, that's happened to the Phillies within the last month. 1-2 on the way. And there's a swing and a miss. Christopher Sanchez is looking pretty good so far. I know it's still early, but, well, he's been locating his changeups and his sliders pretty well. So there's 2 gone. And Jorge Polanco is due up. The pitch. There's a swing and a miss. Jack says it's not a Philly cheesesteak without ribeye. Jack, have you been down to Philly since you've been in San Antonio? Just out of curiosity. Schwarber is a monster. The ball is 1 strike to Jorge Polanco. And the 0-1 is low for a ball. Mets and Nationals are on. They're in the top of the 3rd inning. Jake Irvin is pitching for Washington and David Peterson on the mound for New York. The 1-1 pitch. That's a foul ball. The Rangers announced earlier today that DeGrom is going to miss his next start due to shoulder fatigue. The club did say that it's merely managing his workload and he's not expected to spend any further time away from the Rangers. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Jorge Polanco, and the 1-2 on the way. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. We are going to the bottom of the 2nd inning. Phillies up 1-0. Okay. Wasn't a huge SNL fan. You're not a Saturday Night Live type of a guy? No? Been in San Antonio since 1985. Been back 5 times. Nice. I've always wanted to go to Texas. I've been to Dallas. It's been over 10 years, though. Has it been over 10 years? It's been 10 years. Yeah. It's been 10 years, not over 10 years. But I was there for a bar mitzvah. John Heyman said this. Said this 3 minutes ago. MLB Network announced today that its next Presents documentary will be on Francisco Lindor. That'll be debuting on Sunday, August 31st at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Other active players that MLB Network has given the documentary treatment to: Freddie Freeman, Mike Trout, and Fernando Tatis Jr. I'm surprised that they haven't done one on Ohtani. Why do you think that is? Brandon Marsh is coming up to the plate. Not to brag, but I went to Utah once. Salt Lake City? Or, we're in Utah. The pitch. That's to Brandon Marsh. That's taken for a called strike. The ball is 1 strike to Brandon Marsh. Bryce Miller kicks and deals. And the 0-1 offering is on the outside corner for strike 2. I get the pun there, hardcore. Y'all are so sarcastic. But you're funny. 0-2. And there's a swing and a miss. And so Brandon Marsh is down on strikes. I like how everybody is pretty much sarcastic, but like they know that it's humor, you know? One out, bottom of the 2nd. Castellanos in the box. And the pitch on the way. There's a swing and a miss. The ball is 1 strike. And the next pitch is outside for a ball. Christopher Sanchez already has 5 strikeouts through 2 innings. 1-1 pitch, and the sweeper is on the inside corner for strike 2. We got 320 people watching us. Hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel too. The 1-2, the Casty, ground ball, dive and stop by Polanco from his knees, throws over to first, and Castellanos thought he was safe. He's ruled out at first base. We'll see if the Phillies decide to challenge. They're going to the phones. What's the call here? Nope. They say play on. Nice play by Polanco. Castellanos, though, just not a whole lot of speed. Polanco, though, made a pretty nice play from his knees. Made the diving stop. And then just threw it over to first base, and it was dug out by a nailer. Oh, it's close. 2 outs, bottom of the second, and the pitch to Bader. This one is popped up over towards shallow left center field, and that is caught for out number 3. We are going to the 3rd inning. 1-0 Philadelphia is the score. Deshaun said, "Lol, how many more does he have? Casty isn't due for another month." This is peso. All right. I think we asked this the other day, but I'll ask it again. Are we at the point where Nick Castellanos should be on the bench and Max Kepler should play over him? Are we at that point? Are we at that point of a low with Nick Castellanos? Where do we stand on that? Where do we stand? Do you feel like Nick Castellanos at this point needs to be benched and Max Kepler should be playing over him? If that's the case, that is really, really bad. It really is. Where do you guys stand on that? I'll read you some stats. Ready for this? I'll read you some stats. 1 sec. Larry says, yes, although I prefer if we had a better replacement than Kepler. I mean, I feel like we all would want a better replacement for him. Casty has had 2 hits in each of his last 2 games. But before that, he just had 7 hits in the month of August. The pitch on the way, this one is flied out over towards Monty's angle, and it's going to hit off the top of that wall out in left center field. And so going on over to second base is J.P. Crawford. The throw was drawn over to second. It's a stand-up double. Bench, yes. Kepler over him, no. So then who would you put out there? Just out of curiosity. Because I guess your only other option is Wes Wilson. I guess. Top of the 3rd, a runner on over at second, and Dylan Moore is up. And Moore, check swing, did he go? I think he did. He did. Eagle says no. The ball is 1 strike. Sanchez turns his body back over to second. Decides not to throw it, though. Top of the third already. No balls, one strike. Hit that thumbs up button, people, and subscribe to the channel, too, if you have not done so already. The 0-1, and that's outside for a ball. We haven't gotten one sub today. Let's go, folks. Come on. Let's go. 1-1 pitch. That is low and inside for ball 2. There we go. Thank you so much for the sub. Let's get back to 6,900. 2-1 delivery. There's a swing and a miss. Casty always swings at the first pitch, which I'm not a fan of. Seems like poor plate discipline to me. That and Casty had a bad attitude when he was benched earlier. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Crawford leads off at second, and the 2-2 pitch is swung on and missed. And there is out number 1 in the top of the third inning. And that's now the 6th strikeout for Sanchez. Here comes Randy Arozarena, and he flies this one out towards left field, and that one goes over Brandon Marsh's head, and so J.P. Crawford's being waved home. Bader gets over to the ball, throws it on in, back towards the infield. It's an RBI double for Randy Arozarena. I'll tell you, as the ball went over Marsh's head, he did not do a good job recognizing where that ball was going to bounce, and sort of skipped on by him. Not saying that Arozarena would have been held to a single, but it just did not help. He jumped up in the air. It hit the bottom of the wall. It hit the warning track first, and then it hit the bottom of the wall, and it sort of skipped upwards, or bounced upwards, if you will, over his head. Here comes Cal Raleigh. We're tied up 1-1 in the top of the third. And the pitch, there's a swing and a miss. Got a change up there. Would you say that that was a good description of how the ball bounced? Yes, Michael. That's what it was. The 0-1. That's low for a ball. One ball, one strike, and the 1-1 pitch is just outside for ball 2, according to the home plate umpire, Eric Backus. All right, good. 2 balls, 1 strike to Cal Raleigh. He's gone 0 for 6 in the series so far. And the next pitch is inside for ball 3. One more, baby. Let's get back to 6,900. The 3-1 pitch to Cal. That thing has popped up foul. And out of play. Rumor on the street back at home. Southwest Ohio, Kyle leaning towards coming home to be closer with father and family. Yeah. We've heard all about it, man. Philly's got to find a way to keep him. All I got to tell you is that money talks. You may want to go back home. Phillies are going to have to pay him. The 3-2 on the way, and that's inside for ball 4. And so Raleigh gets on with a 1-out walk. Now, it's funny because on the same pitch that he threw to Rodriguez that was called a strike 3, he got the call there. Didn't get the call here. And as Hardcore mentioned, there was a previous pitch that was thrown that was called a ball, should have been called a strike. That was on the outside corner. Jeremy, thank you so much for the sub. And thank you guys so much for getting us back over to 6,900. We are 99 subs from 7,000. Let's go. Shapoke, thank you so much, dude. You got your alt. No balls, one strike to Julio Rodriguez. The 0-1 to J-Rod. That ball is chopped foul. This could get ugly. It could, but he could also get out of it. The ball is 2 strikes to Julio Rodriguez. Sanchez gets set above the belt, kicks, deals, and it's low for ball 1. Subscribe, it's free. All you got to do is just create a YouTube account. That's it. You log in, you make an account, and then you subscribe, and you hit the thumbs up button. But if you do need assistance doing that, well, obviously you can't comment down below. The 1-2. That's down and inside for ball 2. Nice job, JJ. I was going to say, ask somebody for help, but that's not going to work. The 2-2 pitch, and there's a swing and a miss, and Julio Rodriguez is down on strikes, and so there's 2 outs with 2 runners on still. 6,900, nice. Yep, we're back. We're back there. We got there last night. We just got back there now. I'll take that. Thank you all so much. I want us to get to that 7K marker so badly. The pitch on the way. There's a called strike. No balls, 1 strike to Eugenio Suarez. The pitch. That is off the plate for ball 1. Five seconds left on the pitch clock. And the 1-1 pitch to Suarez, there's a swing and a miss. If you guys are having a hard time subscribing, though, in all seriousness, create a Google account. You can create a Gmail account for yourself, and then you should see a red subscribe button down below on your phone or on your TV. You should be able to click on that. 1-2. This one's tapped over to shortstop. Turner has it. Flips it over to second base to Stott. Underhanded throw is in time. And so we go to the bottom of the 3rd inning. It did not get ugly, but Sanchez did allow an RBI double. To Randy Arozarena to tie it up 1-1. Okay. And we are going to the bottom of the 3rd. RBI double. And Rodriguez grounds into a 6-4 fielder's choice. All right. Chris says, here we go. I had a girlfriend from Ohio. Would see her 3 or 4 times a month. I don't recommend long relationships, but that was only a 9-hour ride. Youngstown, so no excuses. It's not like they live on the West Coast. 9 hours. 9 hours is still pretty long. I mean, if you're going to drive there. It still is, I don't know if that's a long distance, but I mean, I guess, yeah, 9 hours is still, would you say that 9 hours is still like long distance? If you have to fly somewhere, would you say that that's like long distance? Is that considered to be a long-distance relationship? That's good for you, dude. It really is. That's crazy. 9 hours. PJ, thank you so much for the 7 months, my friend. That is dedication. 9 hours is a haul. LP says yes. Yeah. We're going to the bottom of the 3rd inning. The only reason why I ask is because some people consider long distance to be like you have to be in a different time zone. But I guess that's technically a different time zone. Now, obviously, like you could be like on the borderline of a time zone, and that's really not long distance. But I don't know. Just asking. The ball is 1 strike. Kyle makes enough. Catch a plane, says Chris. Oh, I'm with you. I'm with you there. I agree with that. The 0-1. Check swing. Did he go? No, he did not. I had one the same. 9 to 10 hours travel time. For approximately 5 years, travel took its toll. 1 ball, 1 strike. There's the pitch. There's a swing and a miss. Philly to Ohio isn't a big deal. That's where I'm going to this weekend. But I'm driving. Used to drive to North Carolina in one stretch. 2 drivers, says Chris. It helps when you have 2. 1-2. That is up high for ball 2. Now, my sister is in Nashville. And so, she's done the whole trip here up to the South Jersey area. That's like a 12-hour drive. The pitch. That's a foul ball. Yeah, I'm going to go visit a friend this weekend. I'm not streaming this weekend. I'm going to be visiting a friend out in Columbus. A friend from college. 2-2. That is outside for ball 3. Trey Turner waits in the on-deck circle. What's up, Eric? How are you, my friend? Thanks so much for coming back on here. 3-2 delivery, and that's a foul ball. Bryson Stott is in the batter's box for Philadelphia. Phillies are tied 1-1. In case you're just tuning on in, Kyle Schwarber hit a solo home run. And Randy Arozarena tied it up on an RBI double in the 3rd inning. The 3-2 pitch, and that is just inside for ball 4. Bryce Miller still pitching for the Seattle Mariners, and he gives up a leadoff walk to start off the bottom of the 3rd. Okay, so that'll put Stott over at first, and Turner is coming on up. Turner did strike out in his first at-bat. The toss back over to first, not in time. Did you guys know that Kyle Schwarber has homered now in 15 consecutive series, which is a franchise record? The pitch. There's a swing and a miss. No balls, 1 strike. To Trey Turner. Runner goes, and the 0-1 is in there for a strike. The throw to second base to get Stott. It's high, and it's not in time to get Bryson. Wow. Good swipe by Stott. He got a very good jump there. He went at the perfect time. Was able to dive on in there head first. No balls, 2 strikes to Trey Turner. The 0-2, line drive it back up the middle for a base hit. It's played on a bounce by Julio Rodriguez. Stott does stop at third. Don't want to run off of Rodriguez's arm. And so he will stay put at third base. And Kyle Schwarber is coming up for Philadelphia. Turner's hitting streak continues. Love that. Come on, chat. Drop those Schwarber emotes. Let's go. Hit that sub button. Hit that thumbs up button. The king is up. Here he comes. Schwarber in the box. First pitch to Kyle off the plate for ball 1. And Turner able to swipe second base without a throw. So that gets rid of the double play. Turner's at second. Stott's at third. There's nobody out. 1 ball, no strikes. The 1-0 pitch to Kyle is on the outside corner for strike 1. Yeah, baby! Charge! The 1-1 pitch to Schwarber, and he looks at strike 2. It was a slider on the upper third of the zone. Hopefully that wasn't a spoiler, Jackson. Hopefully that wasn't a spoiler. I don't think it was. But what's up, my friend? Stott leads off at third. Turner's at second. Big 1-2 pitch on the way. This one's grounded back up the middle. The shortstop, J.P. Crawford, has it. Checks the runner at third. Throws it over to first. And there's one gone. How about that, guys? A base runner who was 90 feet away from scoring held up at third base. Gosh. So Kyle grounds out. The exit velo on that swing was at 105. And now Bryce Harper comes up. And Harper launches this one out towards center field. It's deep, but it's not that deep. Rodriguez will make the catch just in front of the track. The runners tag up. Turner goes over to third. Stott comes home. It's a sac fly for Bryce Harper. And that puts the Phillies back in front 2-1. That was good base running. There we go. Get those runs in somehow, some way. And now JT comes up and he takes low for ball 1. 2-1 Philadelphia. Punch, counter punch. JT reached on interference his first time up. The 1-0 delivery is upstairs for ball 2. There's a beautiful camera angle towards that right field line. Through the netting, you can see JT, you can see the Fanatic over on top of the Phillies dugout. 2-0 pitch, line drive it out to center field. That's going to get down for a base hit. And Turner's going to easily score. The Fanatic claps along. It's 3-1 Philadelphia. And the runs keep it coming. That pitch was on the outside corner. JT kept his head down, put it out towards right center field, got it off the end of the bat. He's been really hitting the ball well now. Now Bohm comes up, and Bohm takes upstairs for a ball, throw to second base, and JT swipes second base. The Phillies are playing small ball and adding pressure on Miller. 1 ball, no strikes. A very good inning from this Phillies offense. They're hustling, they're making small plays, and they're putting the pressure on Bryce Miller, making him work. That's the 7th steal for JT. The 1-0 pitch, there's a swing and a miss and a slider right down the pike. This is how you put it all together. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 gone, bottom of the 3rd. JT now in scoring position. And the 1-1 pitch is fouled off the end of the bat by Bohm. And he's behind in the count 1-2. The Fanatic is taking some selfies with some of the fans. He's just sitting around. He's just stole somebody's phone. He's waving hi. Just the best mascot. 1-2. That is down in the way for ball 2. If anybody says anything else, I got to defend the Fanatic. Bohm this year with 2 outs and with runners in scoring position, batting .295. Miller gets set and deals again, and the pitch is outside for ball 3. And so the count is 3-2. Charge! Marsh waits in the on-deck circle. Bryce Miller ranks 460th among pitchers this year in net bases prevented, according to PHLY Phillies. 3-2 pitch, and that ball was served foul. They say basically his ability to hold runners on. Running on him makes a ton of sense. Jordan Romano is down to 469. You got Garrett Crochet at 468. A lot of runners are able to go off of him. 3-2 pitch to Bohm, and that is just outside for ball 4. Great eye from Alec. And the inning continues, and Brandon Marsh is due up next. We have a timeout taken on the mound. Here's another interesting fact. JT is hitting .324 since June 1st, according to Jeff Kerr. And that's what we want to see from our catcher. .324. Love that stat. So we got a timeout taken on the mound. And 2 runners on base for the Phillies. Pete Woodworth went out there to go have a conversation with Bryce Miller. Woodworth, that is 37 years old. The pitch to Brandon Marsh. There's a knuckle curve that's thrown, and it's swung on and missed. It was in the dirt. He's been with the Mariners, Pete Woodworth, since 2020 as their pitching coach. No balls, 1 strike. The 0-1 pitch, and that is inside for ball 1. That part I don't know, Ariel. That part I do not know. Yankees and Rays are in a rain delay. That's good to know. Diamond Zone's going to be wild tonight. Mets lead it 5-0 in the top of the 5th inning against the Washington Nationals, and the Phillies are up 3-1 against the Mariners. 1 ball, 1 strike. The pitch on the way. This one is popped up out over towards shallow left field. It's hooking foul, though, and it just goes out of play. It actually bounced on the track towards that left field side. A Rosarina could not get there. I don't know if he read it properly. It wasn't really... He wouldn't have been able to catch it, but I thought that he ran a little bit slow. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Eric, trust me, this game is not over. I know I said that yesterday, but Philly fans, how much do you trust this bullpen besides Duran? 1-2 pitch. There's a line drive. It's played on a hop by the first baseman, Naylor, and he takes it to the bag himself for the 3rd and final out. We are going to the top of the 4th inning. Phillies lead at 3-1 against Seattle. Yeah. $5-0 Mets. Ugh. That stinks. Cubs did beat the Brewers today in their first game of their day-night doubleheader. What's up, D-Air? He says, I trust them 100%. You're crazy. Trust level is 70%. I trust Robertson. Here we go. Yeah. I trust Robertson, Kerkering, Banks, Strom, and Duran, says Quan. I trust Duran. I trust Strom and Kerkering. Other than that, I don't trust anybody else. Banks has been better as of lately. And Alvarado is back, which does... I don't even know if Alvarado helps you right now because I don't know if his velocity is going to go down. We have to see. We do. We have to see. But in regards to the rest of the bullpen, I don't know if I trust... I don't fully trust everybody. I just don't. I think our bullpen got better at the trade deadline, and Duran is definitely your 9th inning guy, and that makes things so much easier for Strom as your 7th, Kerkering as your 8th. You know, now you have a setup man. That's nice. But other than that, I don't have full trust in anybody else. Full trust. Keith says, I trusted the 2024 Phillies bullpen. Oh, yeah. I think we all did. Until the end of the year. But Hoffman and Strom and Estevez, I had my trust in them. Estevez got a little bit wild, but for the most part, I mean, he's better than Tanner Banks, better than any of those other guys. The pitch on the way, and that's taken for a strike. Romano more like Swiss cheese, am I right? So what you're saying is that you trust the bullpen, but you don't trust Rob and how he manages it. Is that correct? Is that fair? 1 ball, 1 strike. We're in the top of the 4th. 5 seconds left on the pitch clock. Alvarado was also... Yeah, he was. 1-1. There's a swing and a miss. I forgot about Alvarado, too, last year. The only ones I don't trust are Romano, Ross, and Lazar. And Lazardo got sent down, so now it's, yesterday, Nolan Hoffman pitched. Josh Naylor is hitting against Christopher Sanchez. The 1-2 pitch to Josh Naylor, and that is down for ball 2. Mason Lidge. 2-2 delivery, swing and a miss. Christopher Sanchez already has 8 strikeouts in 3 1/3 of an inning. I mean, he's dialed in. He is clearly locked in on the mound. Yeah. Williams says, yes, Rob is the biggest problem on this team. Yeah, Rob's management of the bullpen is a legit concern, though. He takes too long to pull pitchers when they are in trouble. Okay, so I think that that's more so of a fair statement. The pitch, this one's grounded over towards second base, and the throw over to first was in time. Was Sanchez in the bullpen last year? No, he was not. Sanchez was not in the bullpen last year. Two outs, top of the 4th. And Jorge Polanco is back up at the plate, hitting on the right side. And he takes a called strike. We got Yankees and Rays in a rain delay. The Tigers were in a rain delay against the Astros. The ball's 2 strikes to Jorge Polanco. There's 8 seconds left on the pitch clock. Sanchez gets the signs, winds up, and deals. And it's down for ball 1. Braves have a 2-0 lead against the Chicago White Sox. The 1-2. This one is served foul towards the left side. Hit that thumbs up button, people, and subscribe to the channel. We are 95 subscribers away from 7,000. White Sox do have runners on at second and third, though, with 1 out. 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss, 9 strikeouts for Christopher Sanchez. And we are only through 4 innings so far. Christopher Sanchez looking like an ace out there on the mound. And it's time to go to the bottom of the 4th inning out at Citizens Bank Park. Love it. I'm really hoping that Zach is able to get healthy, man. And obviously, it would be very nice if he could come back this year. And number 1 is health, of course. Of course, number 1 is health. But if he could come back this year, this starting rotation really could be something in the postseason. They really could. And some people are going to say, well, you know, Sanchez, Ranger, Nola, Luzardo, and Walker really isn't a bad 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it's not. It's not. But Wheeler just gives you that extra depth. Like, he's another just reliable pitcher. But then you can also ask, well, how do you know, even if he does come back this year, how do you know if he's going to even be reliable? Like, there's so many question marks. And that's fair. That's fair. See, I'm trying to think of, like, when I'm thinking about these thoughts out loud, what are other people going to say? Because I think it's important to kind of bring up all aspects of this because it's such a complicated thing. But regardless, when I'm watching Christopher out there on the mound, I'm very happy for him. But it just makes you think, like, Just get better, Zach. No balls, 1 strike. That's the Nick Castellanos. The 0-1 is swung on and missed. Just stings. You know? No balls, 2 strikes. To Nick Castellanos. The 0-2 on the way. Swinging a ground ball, hit over to third base. Picked up by Suarez towards his left side. He throws it on over to first. And there's out number 1. We're only in the bottom of the 4th. Wheeler has been nails in the playoffs, but all we can do is just pray for his health. I know. Here's the pitch to Bader. This one is fouled off over towards the right side, and it goes out of play. No balls, 1 strike. Bader did fly out in the second. The 0-1 delivery. There's a called strike at the knees. Bryce Miller still pitching. The 0-2 pitch. Foul ball. 9 strikeouts through 4. Just another start. Just another one. Oh, 2 pitch. There's a swing and a miss. And Harrison Bader is down on strikes. Got a knuckle curve there. And so there's 2 outs. Mike Garafolo posted from the insiders on NFL Network. A.J. Brown is working his way back into action well ahead of week 1. Barring an unforeseen setback, he's on track to face the Cowboys in 16 days. I cannot believe that we are 16 days away from opening day. It's crazy. Opening kickoff. 1 ball, no strikes. And the pitch is in there for strike 1. 16 days. 1 ball, 1 strike to Bryson Stott. 3 seconds left on the pitch clock. Miller kicks, steals, and the pitch to Stott. There's a fly ball hit out to right field, and that ball is gone! Bryson Stott hammers it out to right field, and the Phillies go up by 3. Love that swing. Booyah! Some kid just asked for a birthday bomb, and they just got their wish. Let's go. 1 ball, no strikes to Trey Turner. Stott with his 8th home run in 2025. 1-0 is the count. And the pitch to Turner, swing and a miss. I want to see some 6s in the chat. I want to see Trey Turner get his 6th straight multi-hit game. 1-1, swing and a miss. 6 straight multi-hit games would be great. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The 1-2 to Turner. Ground ball hit over to shortstop. Scooped up by Crawford. The throw to first. It's in time. And he won't be able to get it there. We're going to go to the 5th inning. The Phillies lead it 4-1. Thanks to Bryson Stott's solo home run. And they'll be back in just a few moments. We're going to take a quick step aside. Don't go anywhere. Alrighty, hit the thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel. We are at 154 likes. Make sure you guys hit that thumbs up button for us. We want to try to get to 200 by the 6th inning. Let's go. Alrighty. I got distracted by chat. My thoughts. I don't remember what it was. Burn the boats. Anybody want to guess what Bryson Stott's batting average is since the All-Star break? Mr. Dino is here. What's going on? Anybody want to guess what Stott's average is since the All-Star break? No balls, 1 strike. What's up, Jason? How are you? No balls, 1 strike. Sanchez looking for his 10th K of the night. 275. You're really close. You're so close. 280. I'm going to give that to you. 284. One ball, 1 strike to J.P. Crawford, and here's a slider that's in there for strike 2. I got to tell you, just from watching Christopher Sanchez, I said this during the beginning. I said if he mixes in the slider, and if he does that a lot tonight and that thing is on, it's going to be really tough to hit him. 1-2 pitch, and there's a fly ball hit out over towards right field. Castellanos is able to play it on a hop and trap it as he tried to slide. But it's a bloop single from J.P. Crawford. So that thing flew out to right field. Castellanos tried to run on in towards the plate to make the catch. He was lucky that he was able to keep that ball in his glove on the slide. I didn't even really think that there was a need to do that. But Dylan Moore is coming up. The pitch. This one is flied out over towards shallow right field again. Castellanos says he has it. He does. And he will make the grab. Stott's been hitting rarely well. He's also batting .333 in the month of August. .333. 1 out, top of the 5th. 4-1 Phillies. Randy Arozarena is coming up to the plate. And the pitch on the way. There's a called strike. That's a changeup. After this inning is done, we are going to go say hi to our friend Max Coverage TV. Yankees are in a rain delay. The ball is 1 strike. The 0-1 offering is inside for ball 1. One ball, 1 strike. The 1-1 pitch to Randy, and this one's lined out to right field. Casty's there, makes the catch, and out number 2 is recorded. Crawford heads back over to first. JT. I just want to see the 10th strikeout, Christopher. That's what I want. That'll bring up Cal Raleigh, who walked in the 3rd inning. And has gone hitless in this series so far. Sanchez kicks and deals, and the pitch is lined out over towards left field. That's going to get down for a base hit. It's going to bounce off the NovaCare rehabilitation sign. Heading over to third base is Crawford. And the throw over to third, not in time. The throw to second, that's not in time either to get Cal Raleigh. And the tying run is coming up to the plate. It'll be Julio Rodriguez for Seattle. All right, so here's the question. Are you getting somebody warmed up in the bullpen right now in this game? Are you warming somebody up now? Yes or no? Julio Rodriguez is going to come on up, and he grounds the pitch over towards the left side of the mound. Sanchez has it, throws it over to first. Not going to matter anyways, as the inning is over, and we go to the bottom of the 5th inning. It's 4-1 Philadelphia. They'll be back in just a little bit. So 2 base runners left, and we go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Brian says no. Eagle Auto says no. Okay. Scott says yes. I would have gotten somebody warmed up in the pen. I would have done it right then and there. Sanchez is a dog, but guess what? We criticized Rob Thompson. Why did we criticize him the last time that Sanchez was out there? Because we all said that he left him on in there too long. 6th inning you would have, okay. Have someone get loose, not throw hard. Yeah, I agree with that. Jim McCracken, thank you so much for becoming a member, man. Appreciate that. 93 subs away from 7K. Let's bleep and go. Let's go. He wasn't getting hit hard. It was bloops, says Captain Eagle Auto. I mean, that's fair. That's fair, but I guess Romano's just a different animal. JJ, do you bet? I needed that sip of water. Does JJ bet? The only things that JJ bets on when it comes to baseball right now are the Home Run Derby, the All-Star Game, and the World Series. That's it. That's all I do for baseball betting. That's it. That's it. I'll throw down a couple of bucks for the World Series and for the All-Star Game and Home Run Derby. Here comes Kyle Schwarber, and he takes ball 1. Drop those king emotes. Batman and Doug, what's up? 1-0 pitch to the king, and that is outside for ball 2. Bryce Miller is still pitching. I am surprised that he has lasted this long. 2 balls, no strikes. The 2-0 pitch to Schwarber. That's a foul ball. I want to play a little game with you when it comes to getting somebody warmed up in the pen. We're gonna This conversation's not going away. 2-1 pitch to Schwarber, swing and a miss. That cutter was inside. Love it. All right, Chad, I can't hear you. I can't hear you. George! 2 balls, 2 strikes to Kyle Schwarber. Miller kicks, deals, and the pitch is low and inside for ball 3. The M's had to use a lot of their bullpen yesterday. That's fair. That's fair. Munoz has not been active for them, and I think the Phillies would like to keep it that way. 3-2 pitch to Schwarber, and he looks at a called strike 3 at the knees, and he is getting into Eric Backus' face. I mean, that was a strike. It was. Kyle Schwarber not happy, though, and he is very verbal about that. Schwarber doesn't usually argue calls. He's known to have a pretty good eye, but I guess he just did not agree with that. That's one of the times where the umpire, according to pitch tracks, was correct. The pitch, there's a swing and a miss. No balls, 1 strike. To Bryce Harper. The 0-1 delivery, swing and a miss. Good splitter thrown by Miller. Harper has the second highest OPS against the Mariners all time. 0-2, and that's a foul ball. Nobody's going to guess this. But on NBC Sports Philadelphia, if you guys saw it on the TV, you saw it. But Shane Victorino has the highest OPS against the Mariners. The 0-2 to Harper. That's down in the way for a ball. One ball, 2 strikes to Bryce. The 1-2 to Harper. Ground ball hits sharply over to first base. Scooped up by Naylor. He'll jog over towards the bag. And there is the second out of the inning. Must have really spanked the Mariners in the past. I guess so. Yeah, Mariners must not like it here. 2 outs, bottom of the 5th. Nobody on. The pitch to JT, and he hits a hopper over towards second base. Polanco picks it up and tosses it over to first. And the inning is over. As we go to the top of the 6th inning, we're going to go say hi to Max Coverage TV. We're going to go do that right now and say hi to him. All right, I'm going to drop his link down below. There it is, and I hope to see you all over there. Be right back. Don't go anywhere. All right, so we are going to the top of the 6th inning. Phillies do lead it by a score of 4-1. Eugenio Suarez will lead it off for Seattle. And he launches the one out over towards left center field, and that ball is going to hit off the top of Monty's angle again. Bader's going to throw it on in over to second base. The throw is not in time. Thank goodness that it hit off of Monty's angle, because if that was hit out to center field, it probably would have been a home run. To straight on center. That thing, as soon as it was hit, you just knew it was going to be trouble. Hit that thumbs up button, folks. Let's get to 200 likes. We got a runner on over at second. We're at 168. That's the 22nd double of the season for Gino. And Josh Naylor is coming up. And he swings and misses at a slider that's in the dirt. Let's go. The ball is 1 strike. The 0-1 pitch. There's a swing and a miss. And that makes the count now 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Let's try to get to 300 likes. Let's go. Time to call the bullpen. Okay, so now it's time to call them. What would you guys do? Would you call the bullpen now, or is it still too early? 1-2 on the way. That is down. It was an 0-2 count. Scratch that. And the count is 1-2. Yep, now you get someone up in case. Okay. Okay. I just want to see if we're all thinking the same thing. 1-2 on the way. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. There's 10 strikeouts for Sanchez. Let's go, Christopher. That's what we're talking about. Now just get out of this inning. You got the 10, and now Mitch Garver's coming up. And Garver takes a changeup at the knees. Just a very good pitch. Get ahead in the count. Check. No balls, 1 strike. And the pitch is in the dirt for a ball. I would really love to see a stat of how many sliders this guy has thrown tonight. NBC Sports Philadelphia did just say that Sanchez has thrown 23 of 24 first pitch strikes. That'll work. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the pitch is chopped foul. Ten seconds left on the pitch clock. The 1-2 to Garver. That's going to bounce in the dirt for ball 2. $92 more. Let's go. Is number 11 coming? The 2-2 to Garver. And it's a foul ball. Just got on top of the changeup. And barely got a piece of it. Get those likes up. 18 more till we get to 200. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Mitch Garver. And the 2-2 just inside for ball 3. They haven't shown anybody warming up yet. Rob didn't like that call. He was chirping a little bit in the dugout. 3-2 to Garver. Swinging a ground ball hit over to third base. Scooped up by Bohm. And the throw to first is in time. The runner from second stays put. And there are 2 outs in the 6th inning. In case you're wondering what Sanchez's pitch count is, it's 82. 82. Sanchez has the most strikeouts via changeup this year at 107. Scubel is 95. Webb is 64. And Pepio has a little bit over 50. Here's the pitch. There's a swing and a miss to Jorge Polanco. Let's go. Keep those subs coming. 91 more. 92 more. So we get to 7K. 91 again. The 0-1 is down for a ball. Larry, did you have a bet on that? Just kidding. 1 ball, 1 strike to Polanco. And the 1-1 is fouled away over towards the right side. Curtis Granderson. I would love to see what Curtis Granderson is as a manager. But I would like him to be in another role first before that. 1-2 pitch on the way. There's number 11. Christopher Sanchez gets himself out of the jam. He has been dominant on the mound. And an absolute STUD. Gosh, let's go. Attaboy. Let's go. Let's go, Sanchez. Yeah. Christopher Sanchez. Gosh. If the playoffs are starting tomorrow, obviously he wouldn't pitch because he's pitching today. But in game 1 of the playoffs, this guy's pitching. I don't think it's a question. It's not even a question that this guy is pitching in game 1 of the playoffs right now with where we are. I can see JT becoming involved in coaching and possibly a manager eventually, says Doug. Yeah, I think that the whole thing with Curtis Granderson, I would love him to eventually do it, but I feel like he needs I feel like he would need the experience first, you know, like have him come off like as like a bench coach, or, you know, put him as like an assistant hitting coach first, and then have him get the experience. But yeah. Let him start the 7th. Absolutely. But here's the thing. As he's pitching in the 7th inning, somebody better be warming up. And if we're going by analytics here, which I guess is kind of what we have to do, even though sometimes we don't like to do that, you probably, I guess, would want to go with Strom. No, I guess you'd probably go Orion, right? But didn't Orion pitch yesterday? Is Orion available tonight? I don't think he is. Edward Bazardo is going to go out there to pitch for Seattle. The 0-1 offering. That's a foul ball. You got to have somebody warming up, though. And it better not be you-know-who. The ball is 2 strikes. And the pitch is grounded back up the middle for a base hit, and now Bohm gets his first hit of the ball game on a single out to center field. Let's go. 12 more subs till we get to 200, or 12 more likes till we get to 200. Let's go. Charge! Meyer show for 2. He has struck out and grounded out. And he looks at a slider that is called a ball. Eric Backus has had some bad calls tonight. That one was right at the knees. 6 hits for Seattle, 5 for Philadelphia. It's a 4-1 ball game. Phillies out in front. Here's the 1-0 pitch, and that's a called strike on the outside edge. Edward Bazardo, 29 years old, with a 2.79 earned run average. The 1-1 to Marsh, and he flies this one out towards center field. It's carrying. It'll go back over towards the warning track. Rodriguez has room, though, and will make the catch for out number 2. Just thinking that the wind was blowing it and then started to carry a little bit. It could have had a chance. So 2 gone. Nick Castellanos is up at the plate. The toss back over to first is not in time. Got Orioles and the Red Sox tied 1-1. Mets are beating the Nationals 7-0. That game is in the bottom of the 7th out in Washington. The pitch to Casty. He flies it out over towards center field. Rodriguez there, makes the grab, and there's out number 2. Ooh, that sucks. Alan Roden, already ruled out for the season, is leaning toward having surgery to repair a ligament in his thumb. That sucks. Here comes Harrison Bader to the plate. The pitch is down for a ball. Roden was on the Blue Jays and then got traded to the Minnesota Twins. That's a big blow for them. 1-0 pitch on the way. Check swing. Did he go? Did Bader go? No, he did not. And the count is 2-0. Charge! They got that call right. He just held up. 2-0 to Harrison. And he taps it foul towards the third base side. The 2-1, and that's fouled away. And that makes the count now 2-2. Bazardo with 11 pitches. The 2-2, here it is, swing and a miss. And we are going to the top of the 7th inning. It's a 4-1 ball game out at CBP. And the Phillies will be back in just a few moments. So we're going to take a look at the out-of-town scores right now. Also, just a friendly reminder, after this game is done, we are going to be doing another edition of MLB Diamond Zone. So that'll be really cool. You can just stay on here. I have a redirect to that. So if you want to hear the rest of Major League Baseball's games today, if you want to hear how they go, stay on for Diamond Zone. It's a really cool way to just be active and learn about what's going on throughout Major League Baseball in real time. The Cardinals are up 6-4 against the Miami Marlins. They're in the bottom of the 6th inning out in Miami. The Blue Jays lead at 5-1 out in Pittsburgh in the bottom of the 6th inning. The Pirates, though, are threatening with runners at first and second and 1 out. Max Scherzer is still pitching. Mets lead at 7-0. Phillies are up 4-1. The Orioles have a 2-1 lead against the Boston Red Sox out at Fenway Park with 2 runners in scoring position. Yankees and Rays are currently in a rain, they have not started because of the weather, and they will be underway in just a little bit, I believe, is what I saw from the report. Rangers are taking on the Kansas City Royals. It's 2-1 out in Kansas City in the top of the 5th. Brewers lead at 1-0 in Game 2 of their day-night doubleheader out in Chicago. The Astros and the Tigers are scoreless, and they are in the bottom of the 5th. White Sox and Braves are tied 4-4 in the top of the 5th inning out in Atlanta. The A's lead at 2-1 out in Minnesota, and those are all your scores right now. At 9:40, you got Guardians and Diamondbacks. You got Giants and Padres. You have Reds and Angels. And then at 8:40, you got Dodgers and Rockies. J.P. Crawford is coming up to the plate, and Crawford slices it foul. Sanchez is still pitching for Philadelphia. No balls, 1 strike to J.P. Crawford. The 0-1 pitch. That is just outside, according to Bacus. $43,757 people in attendance tonight at CBP. It is a sellout. The 1-1 pitch. And that ball is lined foul and out of play. One-two pitch. That is inside for ball 2. The 2-2 pitch. Check swing. Did he go? I believe he did. And that's the 12th strikeout for Sanchez. I hesitated a little bit because the ball was pretty inside. I didn't know if it got a piece of Crawford or not, but I thought he offered. He did, and regardless, Sanchez gets his 12th strikeout, which does tie a career high for him. There's a slider thrown right down the turnpike for strike 1. Cha-ching. The ball is 1 strike. That's to Dylan Moore. The 0-1 is down for a ball. One ball, 1 strike. And the pitch. And that is high for ball 2. The 2-1 pitch from Sanchez, and he does not get the call there. It was outside for ball 3. The 3-1 pitch, that is outside for ball 4. And so a 1-out walk. And Rob Thompson is going to pull the plug. And that's going to be it for Christopher Sanchez. Good. I think that was the right time to do it. The question is, who's coming in, though? That is the question. So Rob is going to make a move. Sanchez, his night is done. Looks like he does not want to come out of the game. He's going to walk back over towards the dugout, and he gets a standing ovation for what he did tonight. I mean, he really does deserve a round of applause. He was so awesome out there. He was masterful. Chris said you just had flames coming off your hat. Yeah, that's what happens when we have a green screen. Yeah. Eventually, I'd like to get a studio. But in the meantime, we got our green screen. Yeah. But the question is, who's coming on it? Did anybody see if there was anybody warming up in the pen before Rob made a move? Because I didn't see. Oh, it's going to be Orion Kerkering. He's going to Kirk. Kirk did pitch yesterday, so he's actually going to go to Orion here. Okay, I'll take that. All right, I will take that. I think this is a good spot for Orion to come on in. And then you have Strom pitch the 8th, hopefully, if all goes well. Have him pitch to Naylor, Garver, and Polanco. There you go. You got lefties there. Polanco is a switch hitter, though. But I would do it. Sanchez matched his career high with 12 strikeouts tonight. He did tip his cap to thank the Phillies fans as they gave him a standing ovation. Hit that thumbs up button, people. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. We just got over 200 likes. Now we got to get to 300. Let's go. The pitch. And that's inside for a ball. Randy Arozarena is coming up. And the 1-0 is inside for ball 2. I wonder if he made the move because it's the top of the order that's due up and analytics say to take Sanchez out there, or if it was just, he's at 98 pitches. Or was it just both? The 2-0, and that's inside for ball 3. Now, that's the type of question, if I'm a reporter, I'm asking him that specific question there. 3-0 pitch, and that's inside for ball 4, so a 4-pitch walk. And the tying run is coming up to the plate. Oh, gosh. 1 run allowed in his last 11 games for Orion Kerkering. Has 13 strikeouts and no walks allowed until that walk. And now Cal Raleigh's coming up. Raleigh 1 for 2 with a walk and a double. Pretty sure it was because his bubble gum ran out of flavor. The pitch from Orion, and that's inside for ball 1. All right, come on. You got to lock it down here. One ball, no strikes. Kirk gets set at the belt, and the 1-0, and that is called ball 2. Orion did not get the call there. The pitch was at the knees. Two balls, no strikes. Top of the 7th, 1 out. The 2-0 pitch. That's low for ball 3. 7 pitches, and all of them have been balls from Orion. Three balls, no strikes. The 3-0 pitch, and that's low for ball 4, and the bases are loaded. I don't know, my guess is that maybe you want to go talk to him. Caleb is thinking about going out there. He's over at the stairwell. He's talking to Rob right now. And now he's going to go out there to have a convo. Two 4-pitch walks. And Julio Rodriguez is now coming up. And there will be a conference on the mound from all the infielders and JT just to discuss what they're going to do. Great camera work, too, from the NBC Sports Philadelphia crew just to get a close-up of Orion and zoom out to get all the others in the conversation. Eric Backus breaks up the party. Now Julio Rodriguez is due up. The tying run is over at first. And the go-ahead run is up at the plate now. The 24-year-old Julio Rodriguez, 0 for 3. First pitch, and he throws a strike on the inside corner at 97 miles per hour. No balls, 1 strike. The 0-1 pitch. And there's a ground ball. It's hit back over towards the right side of the mound. The throw is going to be made over to first. It's in time. How come he didn't throw home? Dylan Moore came on in to score. There's 2 outs and 2 runners in scoring position. I mean, he jammed them. And Orion just decided to throw it over to first base. Would love to see this angle here. Would he have had an out there? Maybe not. I don't know. Thought maybe in real time he could have had a play there, but I guess not. I guess it would have been close. 2 outs, top of the 7th. And Suarez is up, and he takes inside for ball 1. For those of you that saw it, do you think that he should have thrown home, or do you think he made the right decision going for the easy out there? The 1-0 pitch. That's taken for ball 2. Strom and Robertson are warming up in the Phillies bullpen. 2 balls, no strikes. The 2-0 pitch, and there's a line drive down the left field line. That's a fair ball. And so 2 runs are going to score, and the game is now tied 4-4 in the top of the 7th inning. There goes the win for Sanchez, and Orion Kerkering blows it. I hope nobody spoiled that in the chat. I really hope nobody spoiled that. It's a 4-4 ball game. And now the go-ahead run is over at second, and JT is going to call for time. Jose says, I would have thrown home. Worst manager. Orion let us down. How is that a bad move? It was the right move to go to Orion there. Now we want to say that that's a bad move. Come on. Eugenio Suarez with his 23rd double of the season, his second tonight. And it looks like Rob is going to go out there, and that's going to be it for Orion Kerkering. So we're tied up 4-4 in the top of the 7th with 2 outs. And we have a pitching change. No mound visit till bases loaded. Well, Caleb Cotham did do a mound visit right before, and they just did a mound visit now. It was a good move by Rob. Kerkering didn't come through. Exactly. What's up, Rachel? How are you, Rachel? All I ask of you guys is just to keep it clean in the chat. No spoilers. Hit that thumbs up button. Hit that subscribe button. That was brutal, though. Orion was doing well, and this just came at a bad time. We're tied up 4-4. In the top of the 7th inning was a 4-1 ball game. And now it's a 4-4 game. Oh, I know. it takes a little bit of time for sometimes these things to update. There's a we use I don't do it by hand. It just updates by itself. We still have 3 bottom innings, people. That's right. It still isn't over. Strom is going to go out there, and he will pitch with 2 outs in the 7th inning. Strom with a 3.10 ERA, 49 and a third of an inning, 56 strikeouts, 16 walks allowed. Opponents are batting .212 against him. He has also allowed 5 homers. And Josh Naylor is coming on up. So they wanted to put the lefty against him. Can't say I blame them for doing that. The pitch. There's a called strike on the outside corner at the knees. Rodriguez grounded out to Orion Kirkering. Got the RBI there. And then Suarez had a 2-run double. The 0-1 to Naylor. This one's popped up over towards the outfield grass. Stott calls off Turner, makes the grab, and the inning is over. And we are going to the bottom of the 7th inning. We're tied 4-4. Stott, Turner, and Schwarber are coming up for Philadelphia. All right. We are going to the bottom of the 7th inning. That means that it is trivia time. I'm going to ask you a trivia question, and if you get it right, you will hear this. If you get it wrong, you will hear this. Okay. On April 25th of 1978, who made his debut at the Vet? It's tough. This is a tough one. On April 25th of 1978, who made his debut at the Vet? Richie Ashburn. You got to think about this. You got to think about this. Bobby Boucher. Nope. You got to think. The Fanatic. William got it. William got it. That I thought was a tough one. The Philly Fanatic is correct. Nice job. Eric also got it as well. Yeah. That was against the Chicago Cubs. April 25th, 1978. He was formally introduced to the public on the locally produced children's show Captain Noah and His Magical Ark by then Phillies player Tim McCarver. Gabe Spire is going to pitch. Good job. Yeah. There we go. That was a good one. That was a good one. I gotta give you guys credit. I gotta give Eric credit. I mean, this guy doesn't even this guy's a Mariners fan, and yet he knew. That's pretty impressive. Stott 1 for 1. He had a solo homer. And the pitch. And that is outside for ball 1. I was thinking outside the box. Yeah. I was happy you did that. One ball, no strikes. And the pitch on the way. And there is a called strike. I was running through players in my mind. 1 ball, 1 strike. We're in the bottom of the 7th inning. We're tied up 4-4. Spire is pitching. The 1-1 pitch. This one is grounded over to first. It's played on the hop by Naylor, and he wins the race to the bag and records the first out. I thought the Fanatic was created by the people behind Sesame Street. That is technically correct. Yes. That is technically correct. Bonnie Erickson had ties with Jim Henson's Muppets as designer of Miss Piggy. And ended up being the one that worked on the Fanatic. That is correct. No balls, 1 strike. The Trey Turner, who's 1 for 3. Come on. Get your 6th multi-hit game in a row. 0-1 pitch, and that is fouled off over towards the left side. No balls, 2 strikes. 5 seconds left on the pitch clock. The 0-2. That is high for a ball. 2 earned runs for Kirk, 1 for Sanchez. Guess the Yankees game is not starting yet. Huh. Here's the 1-2 to Turner. That is low for ball 2. You learn something new every day. I thought that was a good trivia question. I wanted to think a little bit outside the box. Two balls, 2 strikes. The 2-2 pitch to Turner, and he slaps it foul. That would have been ball 3, but to be fair, Backus has made some controversial calls, so I guess he kind of had to protect. David Robertson is warming up in the Phillies bullpen. The 2-2 pitch to Turner, and he bounces it over to third base. Suarez has it, throws it over to first, and Turner is out. 90 more subs till we get to 7,000. We're at 90 now. We also have 495 people rocking with us. Hit that thumbs up button, too, as we try to get to 300 likes. All right, here comes Schwarber. Here he comes. Let's go. Charge! First pitch to Kyle. That is on the outside corner for strike 1. Gabe Spire, 30 years old, with a 2.31 ERA. The pitch to Kyle, ground ball, and that's off the glove of Naylor, but there to back it up is the second baseman who throws it over to first, and the throw is in time. That was really bizarre. That's like a Savannah Bananas type of a play. That was a ground ball. It was hit over towards the first base line, and Naylor just bobbled it. Luckily enough, the second baseman Polanco was there to back him up for the Mariners' sake. Spire had to go cover the bag at first, and the throw was in time for out number 3. So that's going to go down as a 3-4-1 putout to end the inning. And we are going to the top of the 8th. It's still tied 4-4. Man. It's been a long game. I know that the stream says that we've been streaming for 2.5 hours. I feel like this has been a long game. Make sure you guys hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel. In case you guys don't know who I am, my name is Jason Joseph. Okay, this is Play-by-Play with JJ. A little bit about me, I'm from South Jersey. I graduated from Rowan University in the spring of 2022 with a sports communication and media degree. And I had a very cool opportunity to intern at NFL Films in Mount Laurel, New Jersey, and call games while I was in college for the Blue Rocks, who were the high A affiliate of the Washington Nationals, and also call games for the Delaware Bluecoats, who were the G League affiliate of the Philadelphia 76ers. I've been doing this. This is about to be my 3rd year come December of starting play-by-play with JJ. And I go on for pretty much a lot of the Phillies games. We do a lot of Phillies. We do a lot of Eagles. We do all the Eagles. And we do a lot of the Sixers on here as well. Not only do we do Philly sports, though, we do Sunday Night Baseball. And we also do this really cool thing that we're going to go on for after the game is done. It's called MLB Diamond Zone. It's basically MLB Red Zone. And we are able to watch games in real time, go to highlights, and cover things in the moment. It's so cool, and we have so much fun doing that. So hit the thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already. Let's get back to some baseball as we start off the top of the eighth. All right, so David Robertson is pitching. The count is 1-0, and the pitch is a slider that's in there for strike one at the knees. 1 ball, 1 strike. Robertson gets set at the Phillies' letters and delivers and throws a knuckle curve that's in there for strike 2 at the knees. Robertson, 3 games this year, 3 innings, 1 walk, 4 strikeouts. Opponents are batting .250 against him. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 10 seconds left on the pitch clock. And the pitch on the way, and that is low for ball 2. Garver 0 for 3 with a strikeout and 2 groundouts. Two balls, 2 strikes. The next pitch. This one is bounced over towards the right side of the mound, and Robertson has it. Underhanded throw over to first. We'll get out number 1 recorded in the books. Right. The screen, I believe, did just go black. Did the lights go out? No. The camera just went out for a sec. It went out again. Weird. I was like, did the lights go out or something? No. Here comes Jorge Polanco, and the pitch is grounded foul. Weird. I guess it happens. I've seen stuff like that happen. Polanco 0 for 3 with a hat trick of strikeouts. The 0-1 pitch, and that is up high for a ball. One. That's outside for ball 2. Philly Nation just posted on Twitter, stop with the blaming manager stuff, for the love of God. Pulling Sanchez was correct. Orion has to get the job done. He also got screwed by the ump. It's not on Topper at all for one of his best relievers not being able to get out of that. Philly Nation. Philly Nation doesn't usually do that, you know? I just think that's kind of funny. 1-2 pitch. That's in the dirt for ball 2. Philly Nation also tweeted out, Sanchez's ERA goes from a 2.41 to a 2.46 in the middle of a pretty close Cy Young race, just because Orion can't do a job. The 2-2 pitch. Another strikeout against Polanco. He has struck out all 4 times against the Phillies tonight. And Robertson joins in on the party. Two away, top of the 8th. And Justin Crawford, or J.P. Crawford, comes on up to the plate. I knew I was going to make that mistake. Knew it. The pitch was down for a ball. I knew it was coming. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That ball was fouled off, and JP was in pain. He'll step out of the box. So the count is 1-1. They're having TV problems. 1 ball, 1 strike. So much blame to go around with our fan base. Oh, I love our fans. TFA JJ. I knew it was going to happen, Larry. I knew it. Here's the 1-1 pitch. That ball is just fouled off the end of the bat by JP. Hey, JJ, look alive out there. One ball, 2 strikes. Robertson kicks and fires. Strike 3 called. Time to go to the bottom of the 8th inning. We're still tied 4-4. David Robertson did a very good job in that situation. Love that. Pitched pretty well in that 8th inning. Starting to feel better about that. Yankees and Rays still have not gotten started yet. Man, that's there's going to be like 4 games that occur at the 9:40 hour, I guess. So we're going to have an extra game on Diamond Zone. All right, we're going to the bottom of the 8th inning. How about we get a lead for a Duran? Robertson gets the job done like a pro. I like it. I like it. I like it a lot. Hit that thumbs up button, people, and subscribe to the channel. 70 more likes till we get to 300. Would love that. Hit that thumbs up button. I guess they're playing Sweet Home Alabama at the ballpark. Okay. What is going on with the Phillies? I'm glad that you asked because I need to give a recap. Kyle Schwarber hit a solo home run in the bottom of the first on a line drive that was hit out over to right field. Randy Arozarena then tied it up 1-1 on an RBI double in the 3rd inning, and then the Phillies got the lead back in the bottom of the 3rd as Harper hit a sac fly, JT got an RBI single, and then in the bottom of the 4th, the Phillies went up 4-1 on a solo homer by Bryson Stott. In the 7th inning, Julio Rodriguez had an RBI ground out, and Dylan Moore scored. And then Eugenio Suarez got on with a 2-run double to tie it up. First pitch to Harper, and he takes ball 1. He's ahead in the count. The 1-0 pitch, and Brash ends up fighting back and even in the count at 1 apiece. Whoa, Michael. Duran is warming up. 1-1 to Harper. Line drive, base it out to left field. And Arozarena plays it on the ground. Bryce Harper starts things off with a single. All right, get those clocks out. Get the clocks out. We got to get the lead for the Durantula. Got to get in the lead. Charge! Harper leads off over at first base, and JT is up at the plate. He's 1 for 2. Erica, thanks so much for the sub. The pitch to JT, fly ball hit out over to left field. That's not coming back. It's gone. That was a gunner from JT, and the Phillies are back out in front 6-4. Right on cue. comes Bohm, and he takes a called strike. JT Realmuto, in the guts of the game, gives the Phillies the punch that they need, and they lead it 6-4. The 0-1, and that is down for a ball. That's the third go-ahead home run of the season for Realmuto. 1 ball, 1 strike to Alec Bohm, and Bohm takes high for ball 2. All right, I got to get the emotes ready, don't I? This JT resurgence is absolutely awesome. 2 balls, 1 strike to Bohm. And the 2-1 pitch is low for ball 3. Three-one pitch. There's strike 2. It's on the inside corner at the knees. That was 116 miles per hour off the bat of JT. 3-2 pitch. That's a foul ball. And it went 431 feet. What's that, sparkling water that he's drinking? I don't care what it is, but he deserves that. That's going to get cut. The 3-2 pitch to Bohm. This one's flied out over towards right field. It's hooking foul, and it will go out of play. There he is, warming up in the pen. Getting ready for the 9th. The 3-2 pitch to Bohm. Line drive hit out over towards right field, and that is going to get down for a foul ball. It's a foul ball. It went over towards the right side. It went over towards the corner. I didn't think it was going to stay fair. It did not. That's a foul ball. There's enough people on here to hit that thumbs up button to get us to 300. That's right, William. That's right. Bohm stays alive in the count. 3 balls, 2 strikes. The payoff pitch. Another foul ball by Bohm. Over towards the right side. Woo! George! 3-2 pitch to Bohm. Down for ball 4. Very, very nice. Let's go. So Bohm is over at first. Let's go. All right, we got a runner on over at first. We're in the bottom of the 8th inning. Look at Larry. Even Larry's fired up in the chat. Love it. Hit that like for Duran. I just updated the emotes. Just updated them. Bottom of the 8th. A runner on over at first. Marsh is up, and he takes ball 1. Alan, thank you so much for the sub. Erica, thank you for the sub as well. You get a bell. You get a bell. The 1-0 pitch, and that is outside, but it's called a strike. Oh, man. One ball, 1 strike. The 1-1 pitch to Marsh, swing and a miss. And see, now he had to swing at that pitch because that was in the same spot as the previous one. And the count is 1-2. Bohm leads off over at first. The 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss, and there is out number 1. This ump has been brutal tonight, really. And see, that just changes the at bat. It just does. It changes the entirety of the at bat. Pitch to Casty, and he flies this one out towards shallow left field. Arozarena jogs on in, stops, and makes the grab, and there's 2 gone. So another time, he swings at the first pitch. But there are 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th inning. Up next is Harrison Bader. Home plate ump Baker should have stayed on Gilligan's Island. The umpire's getting beat up. What's this? The Savannah Bananas now? The pitch. And that's in there for a strike. Wasn't that a thing on the Savannah Bananas, like where everybody stormed out on the field and they like ejected the umpire or something? The 0-1, check swing, did he go? No, he did not, says the first base umpire. That is Brian Onora. 1-1 is the count to Harrison Bader. 5 seconds left on the pitch clock, and the pitch to Bader. Ground ball rolled over to shortstop. J.P. Crawford picks it up. Sidearm throw to first is in time. We're going to the 9th inning because of JT's 2-run blast. And Duran is coming on in. Let's go! 3 more outs, baby! Show me the Duran emotes in the chat. Bring them out. Bring out the Durantulas. Woo! Bring them out. There we go. There he is. The spider. The spider. It's beautiful. Yeah. There we go. The spiders are crawling. I love it. The trolls aren't crawling yet, though. Yeah. The tarantulas are here. I love it. It's great. Hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe to the channel as well. I'll have a little post-game show once we are done here. But no phone calls tonight. No phone calls tonight. I'm not taking any phone calls. I'm sorry. After this is done, I will do a little post-game show. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go on to Diamond Zone. Oh, man. Nice. He is coming on in. Cannot wait. This guy is just absolutely lights out. Let's talk about his stats, shall we? I mean, do we even have to go through this? He has a 1.83 ERA, 21 saves on the season in 23 opportunities, 11 earned runs in 54 innings. He is 6-4 as well and has pitched in 55 games this year. It's beautiful. 5 saves in 5 opportunities with the Phillies. And only 1 homer allowed this year. Just 1. Here he is. Duran kicks and deals, and the first pitch is way inside to Luke Raleigh for ball 1. It'll be Raleigh, Arozarena, and Raleigh. 1 ball, no strikes. The 1-0 pitch on the way. And that ball was fouled off. That was at 102 on the radar gun. Raleigh batting 178 as a pinch hitter. with a homer and 4 RBI. The 1-1, and that misses low for ball 2. Let's go, Vicky. The 2-1, ground ball, hit over to first base. And Harper has it, takes it to the bag. 1 away in the 9th. All right, 1 gone. So that means that D-Rob, would get the win if the Phillies hang on. That's correct, Bam Man. 81 more subs till we get to 7K. Here comes a Rosarina. A Rosarina 1 for 3. First pitch to him, and he looks at a splitter at the knees at 100 miles per hour for strike 1. A splitter at 100. Gosh. A double, a walk, a run scored, and an RBI for a Rosarina. Here's the 0-1, swing and a miss. That splitter just disappeared out of the zone. It was a magic trick, and that was at 99. It swung a Rosarina out of his shoes. The 0-2 on the way, and that's up high. A Rosarina had the duck. That thing was coming right at his head at 102. Yikes. Ooh. Don't want to do that. Rosarina was like side-eyeing him. He was like a man. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The windup from Duran and the pitch. It's down in the way for ball 2. One with a knuckle curve there. Market got it all. Thank you very, very much for the sub. Let's get to 300. Let's get the 300 likes. The 2-2 pitch. Ground ball. This one's rolled over to short. Backhanded by Turner. He picks it up. Fires across the diamond. Out number 2. Hit those thumbs up buttons, people. Get us to 300 likes. We're at 257. We got 605 people rocking with us. My name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. We go on for all the Phillies, all the Sixers, all the Eagles games, and we do a lot of baseball coverage on here as well. A lot. Cal Raleigh is up. The pitch, swing and a miss. 102 again on the gun for Duran. No balls. 1 strike. Fans on their feet. Duran kicks and deals. And that pitch is swung on and missed at 102. It was outside. And Raleigh and the Mariners down to their final strike. Let's go. No balls, 2 strikes to Cal Raleigh. Duran gets set above the belt in the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. All 3 pitches at 102, and the ball game is over. Ring that bell, the Phillies win. That's what I'm talking about. We'll do that. Let's go, baby! beautiful. What a nice win. That was a great win. My gosh. Christopher Sanchez, A+. I mean, really. Duran was great. Duran was awesome. And I got to tell you, JT Realmuto, with that 2-run shot, really got me all juiced up. I mean, that was a great swing. That was awesome. Stott hit a homer in this game. This was a win where I felt really happy. Because here's why. All right, I'm going to go to the monologue screen for a second. And again, if you guys want to hit the thumbs up button, you most certainly can. There's a lot of really good things that happened today. How many times this year have we seen the Phillies put up 11 runs in the first game of the series and follow it up with a dud? They didn't do that today. And this is now, 3 games in a row where they've actually really showed out offensively? I love that. I love that. They put together great at-bats, and they did it against Bryce Miller for the Seattle Mariners. They did a really good job, I thought, just taking advantage of him in that 3rd inning. And the Phillies did not bow down. They did not bow out of this game. They really did not. They stood their ground, and they fought. They fought tonight, and I loved that. Sanchez was awesome. Harper had a very good day. Harper with that single in the 8th inning was nice because he gets on base there, and then JT able to just hit the 2-run shot. I thought that Bryce Harper had a very good swing in that 8th inning, and I will give him credit for that. Absolutely, 1,000%. Great win for this ball club, and I just want to soak that all in. I really do. Duran now with 22 saves on the season. Robertson got the win. We would have absolutely loved Christopher Sanchez to get the win. I will talk about Orion Kerkering in a second, okay? But the positives to me, JT, absolute positive. Kyle Schwarber, home run for him, positive. Bryce Harper, RBI and a run scored for him. He was a positive today, too. Stott with a solo homer. Great stuff. Really. It was really awesome. And David Robertson did great. Strom got the out. He deserved it. And Duran came on in and got the job done.
My Aunt Judy thinks you're awesome.
Oh, Star Glow, Galactic Entertainment, thank you so much. Thank you for the $5 super chat, and tell your Aunt Judy that she is awesome. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about. Bryce Miller today, 5 innings, 4 earned runs, 2 walks, 4 strikeouts. You got to their bullpen again. And you didn't have to face Munoz. Munoz, I believe, is now going to be forced to pitch tomorrow. But we'll see. We'll see. You didn't even have to face him again. I want to see what chat's saying. I really do. Because I'm very happy about this win. I'm very happy. In the moment, very, very happy. I will talk about Orion in just a second. I will. But I do have to hear what you guys are saying. Thank you so much, Wayne. I really appreciate you. So far this series, Raleigh is 1 for 8, says Larry, with a walk. Schwarber is 3 for 9 with a walk, a homer, 2 RBIs, and 2 runs. I think that Kyle is winning in this series so far in regards to, I know that it's AL, NL MVP, but best possible hitter in the league right now. So, yeah. Let's talk about the move. Okay? It's plain and simple to me. Christopher Sanchez was taken out at the right time. You didn't want him to go too much longer. You didn't want him to go shorter. He was taken out at the right time. Rob had Orion warmed up. Orion has been so reliable out of your bullpen lately. I think I said in the moment, 11 innings. In his last 11 innings, 14 strikeouts, no homers allowed, and no walks. Tonight, he laid a dud. And Rob, I give him credit because Rob was ready to make the move when he did. I mean, how many times has this manager just sat on his you-know-what and just waited and waited to make a move? We saw on Sunday, Aaron Nola gives up 5 hits in a row. 5 hits. He gives up 5 hits in a row, and all of a sudden, there was only one mound visit, and nobody was warmed up until the 4th hit. Until the 4th hit. So, for those people that want to say that Rob really did a bad job tonight, tonight's not the night. Tonight, it's the blame goes on Orion. If you just want to say that Orion did not have a good night, that's fair. You can't say that Rob had a bad night, though. I'm sorry, not tonight. I'm usually with you like 90% of the time, but he had to take Sanchez out. And he had to go to Orion there. Regardless of what the analytics said, if the top of the lineup was coming back up or what it was, he had traffic on the bases. He started to look fatigued out there. And he had to go to Orion. What else do you want him to do there? You don't go to Jordan Romano. You don't go to anybody else but Orion Kirkring. So, that's where I stand on that. And, you guys can have your thoughts and you guys can let me know how you feel about it down below. But David Robertson, I didn't give that man flowers. He looked great in that 8th inning. Here's where I also give the offense credit, too. Here's where I give the offense credit, too. Right? Last night, okay, or was it the night before? It was the night before the Phillies had Aaron Nola's back. They did. Last night in that 7th inning, Bryce Harper responded, and the Phillies as a whole responded in that bottom of the 7th and gave you 4 runs. So after your pitcher gives up 4 runs in the 7th inning, or your pitchers, really, Romano gives up the 3-run homer, the Phillies offense said no. That's 3 nights in a row where this offense has responded, and I can't believe it. I really can't believe it. They've responded 3 nights in a row late in the ball game. JT answered the bell tonight, and so did Bryce, when it was tied 4-4. And then it was just game over. It was game over when JT hit that home run. You just knew it. So, this was a great win. I don't know if they can keep this up, but this is 3 games in a row where your offense has put together a good string of games. This is your 3rd game where your offense has showed up. So, I love that. Now, they got to keep it up tomorrow. Tomorrow is an afternoon game. Tomorrow, on the mound for the Mariners, they got Luis Castillo. Castillo has been a big name for years, ever since he was on the Cincinnati Reds. This guy did give up 6 earned runs in his last outing against the New York Mets. Don't know what he's going to provide tomorrow. Don't know if he's going to be on or not. But go for that sweep tomorrow, please. Please go for the sweep tomorrow. And who do we have on the mound? Luzardo? Luzardo's pitching tomorrow. It would be great if the Phillies could win this game. So, all right. What else is chat saying down below? What else are we saying? Rob was the manager of the year for one night tonight. I thought Rob did fine. He's getting bashed on Twitter, and even some people in the chat are like, why would you put Orion there? Orion didn't execute. Orion warmed up. He was ready to go. He was put in the right position, and he just did not have it tonight. And the Phillies actually took 2 timeouts when he was pitching. It looked like that this team wanted to compete out there tonight as a whole. This was probably their best all-around game that they've had in a while. I'm saying managing, defense. Defense was really a factor tonight. Starting pitching and offense. It was a very balanced game from this team on all sides. They played a good brand of baseball today. And that small ball that they had in that third inning, that was awesome too. Watching Trey Turner run, getting rid of the double play as Kyle Schwarber is up at the plate. Guess what? You're getting into the pitcher's head. It's a mental game. They were mentally the better team tonight. So, loved it. Got to go for the sweep tomorrow. You got to go for the sweep. All right, I love you all. That's going to wrap it up for me. Lila Tove, if you guys want to stay on, we are going to go on for MLB Diamond Zone in about 5 minutes. I will be on in 5 minutes. And, yeah, we'll be doing Diamond Zone and looking at all the teams around Major League Baseball. And that'll be fun. Can't wait to see you all then and there. Lila Tove, good night. Catch you all over on Diamond Zone.